Good morning and welcome to another episode of Viva Cafe con Leche. It's Tuesday morning, March 23rd. Don't you know, listen, I have to look at my computer to see what the day is, and I write it every single day. So good morning. I am coming to you from sunny Southern Connecticut. I have not left my little studio. However, that's not true of the Gladiator Guru, so she's going to catch us up on that. So good morning. This is the Badass Buddha, Dr. Lori Monaco. I am your authenticity teacher, speaker, and coach. I am your fat addiction specialist, helping you gain back your health and wellness and losing weight on the side. And I am a chiropractic physician specializing in holistic practice. And I am the co-host to the fabulous Viva Cafe con Leche and Viva Moms After Dark. So good morning and welcome.
Buenos dias. Good morning, everybody. I have no coffee this morning, so I will be starting off dry. So deal with me. Good morning. I am coming from very dark Las Vegas. It's 5 o'clock in the fucking morning here. Oh, Maron. But yes, good morning. It's beautiful, right? Everything's beautiful. Yesterday, I spent the day in the Grand Canyon in Boulder City, the Hoover Dam. It was beautiful. But I am your spiritual and creative healing life coach, mi gente. So call me if you need me to spark that firecracker up your ass and wake up that spirit to lead you towards your greatness, right? I am your notary, your wedding officiant. I am your author, your in-house writer. I am your artist. I am La Margarita, your magically orgasmic gladiator guru. Buenos dias.
So magically orgasmic gladiator guru. How did you wind up in Nevada, in Vegas, baby, and the Grand Canyon? How did you get there?
Because I have a long life friend, Lillian, who said, pack your bags, you're going. You need some healing. And here I am. Good morning, Lillian.
It's a big shout out. Good morning, Lillian.
Yeah, big shout out. I won't show you her because she's in her morning look. But yes. So it was beautiful actually. It's cold. It's cold
here. Is it really? How about Arizona? What was it cold in Arizona?
Yes, it was. It was very windy and chilly. There was like moments like it was cold, like fuck my life cold, and then we got to like the skywalk at the Grand Canyon, and when we got off the bus, there was not even a breeze. Like if that was my moment, like that. Like it was beautiful, it was welcoming. Like the ancestors said, "Welcome home, Margarita."
Aww.
And there was no breeze, no coldness. When we walked the skywalk, we had a photographer, but his camera wasn't working. So then this other guy just came in. He goes, "That's okay, come with me."
So wait a minute, when you had a photographer and his camera wasn't working.
Yes, it like stopped. It like stopped working as he came to get us because that's mucked up. Because this other guy came and he's like, "Come on." So then this called the Eagle Point, where the rock formation, right in that, it looks like an eagle spreading his wings. So the guy is telling us like what to do, and then he says, "Yeah, spread your wings like the eagle." He says because we all. Something to the effect that we're all going to be, when we die, we are going to fly away that way. It was beautiful. It's like he said those words directly to me. So it was all as it should be.
Good.
So yeah.
Good.
So that's it. So good morning, all my people on this morning.
I know there's a lot.
Good morning, Nancy Harding. Yes. Let me see. I got to catch up.
Yeah, go ahead and do that while I do the post good mornings, because I'm sure everybody likes to see that.
Kimberly Sanchez, she says good morning from Chile, Orlando. Buenos dias, Tiffany Bryant. Herman Arroyo, on your third cup, please stop bragging because I haven't had a sip of coffee since
I just started.
early last night. Lilian, Luis Sanchez, buenos dias. I love that Luis is on YouTube.
Yes.
Right?
Oh, and by the way, we've had a few people jump on and subscribe. So we're very thankful for you subscribing to the YouTube channel. That's the one we are really going to be boosting up a lot. And oh, look at that. My friend Julie Jones is in the house. Oh my God, my crazy friend. Her personality totally matches my absolute craziness. So this is great. We're getting a lot of new people on, and fantastic. So happy.
I know.
Did you want to keep going on the?
Yeah, Michelle Houston, Nicole Waters, good morning. Iritza, Nancy Harding, good morning, Mama Nancy. Julie Jones, I think that's it, right? Good morning.
And more will keep coming on. So wonderful. So great.
She says it's 5 a.m. where she's at. I know, Julie.
Yes.
I hope you got coffee, though.
Julie's in Arizona as well. Yep. Yep. So good morning. And yes, Julie, what the hell? Like, I'm so thrilled that you're coming on. So if Julie and Gladiator Guru has to get her ass up because it's the show. But if like people like Julie can get up and watch the show at 5 a.m., what is the excuse, people? And wait, I'm sorry. It also is up on Facebook and YouTube afterwards. So come on, share. You know how we like it. We want you to share this information for people who say, I can't get up at 8 a.m. and watch the show. That's no excuse, because you can watch it anytime, right? And it's all good information. So glad everybody's here. So what we're going to do is we are at 8:11 on the East Coast. We are 11 minutes in, and today's conversation is what if women ruled the world, with our special guest, Nicole Young. And it's specifically to just celebrate the power of women. We are winding down the month for women in history, so Women's History Month. And we are going to celebrate that still with doing our intention and our mantra and setting that with a quote. But what we're going to do is something a little bit different today, too, because our guest, Nicole, is a spiritual healer, and she has so many things that she does, which she's going to let everybody know what she does. But one of the things that she's going to grace us with today is some tarot reading. So we're not sure how this is going to work yet, if she's going to read Gladiator Guru, if she's going to read me, if she's going to read anybody else in the audience. And so we'll have to figure that out with her, how she wants to do that. And oh my gosh, Mel Carr is on too. All my people from Lead Up for Women are on. Mel's actually she's my virtual assistant. So she's fabulous. So thank you for coming on, Mel. And she's also getting up early. So this is great. She's another Arizona person. So this is fantastic.
It is.
We're going to have, normally Gladiator Guru and I set our intentions and our mantras, but Nicole asked if she could come on first, and she's going to do the bowl while we set our intention and do our mantra for today. So this is very exciting. This is something new. So we're going to have Nicole come on. We're going to have her just do this with us first, and then she's going to come in and she's going to introduce herself afterwards. Okay. So you ready, Gladiator Guru? You waking up?
Let's do this. I'm up.
All right. So we'll bring on Nicole. Hey, Nicole.
Hi.
All right. Okay. So
good morning, beautiful.
Yes.
Good morning.
Totally.
Thanks, ladies, for showing up. It's early.
I'm okay. I think you're right. You're on the East Coast, Nicole, right? Are you on the East Coast?
I am. So just so you guys know, I promoted YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, every dialogue I had yesterday. So thanks, ladies, for Lead Up for showing up. Thanks for all my girls. I am the networking guru myself. So yeah, I just want to thank everybody, because we all need to be grateful, and gratitude every day is very important, even when you're struggling with the worst day of your life. Lead out, reach out, do whatever you got to do.
That's right. And you're also a lead up for women member, right? You also are involved in lead up for women. Yeah. So, okay, great.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do is I have the intention for today. So anytime you're ready, Nicole, we're just going to read a quote and then we're going to set the intention, and Gladiator Guru is going to read a quote and set the mantra. Yes, we're all good? All right. Get ready, tribe. Here we go. All right.
First of all, take a deep breath in. Everybody take a deep breath in. Breathe it out. Let all that iffy stuff go, all that shit from last week, last month. It's a new month. It's Aries season. Breathe in. Breathe out. Ready?
Okay. So the quote for today's intention comes from Yulia Timoshenko, and I hope I said it correctly. Whenever you see a successful woman, look out for 3 men who are going out of their way to try to block her. And so our intention for today is I will know my power and I will own my power. I will know my power and I will own my power.
Oh, I like that. My woman's quote is from Angelina Jolie. If I make a fool of myself, who cares? I am not frightened by anyone's perception of me. The mantra is, I am enough. Who I am is enough. What I do is enough. And what I have and will obtain will always be enough. I am enough.
Very nice.
Namaste. Namaste.
Namaste is right. All right. Okay. So before we get started, Nicole, tell everybody about what you do, where you're located, and we're going to start the conversation rolling.
Okay, so some people start to think I'm weird, but if anybody's ever been in my company, they know that I think we all have this quality that we're different than other people. And I think as a child, we sway from being different, right? We hide and we don't want to share that because we think we're weird. I'm so happy I'm weird now. Like for years, I wondered. I've always stepped outside the box. I've had some crazy awakenings. I don't know if you're religious or spiritual, but I am a spiritual being living in a human world, and it was a huge adjustment for me. So going through a lot of the watchers that are on today, it's the butterfly process. It's the bee pollinating the butterfly. It's going through the transformation of the soul. It's taking a really deep look to see if you're quality and worthy of the gifts that you have been given. And I'm a true believer that if you don't utilize your gifts, there is a greater power that will remove them and give them to someone else. So I had awakened. I live in New Jersey. My mother thought I was crazy. I was watching TV one day and I picked up a deck of tarot, and I wanted to bring on here so you guys kind of understood. So cards are just another way to channel that gut feeling we have as women. It's that feeling of knowing when someone is lying. It's a knowing of a cheater.
Damn, I should have had like 5 packs sitting across and attached to me for the years that I was lied to. So
you just light it on fire. So if you want to set an intention and let it go, as a side note, burn it and let it go. This way it doesn't come back. I had a visitor yesterday, my daughter, out of the blue. This is a side note that Spirit wants me to share. After her father divorced me, I was kind of vindictive and hurt and anger like we all have. But a long story short, I took his guitar, which was his favorite thing to have. Unfortunately, I'm not proud of this moment, but I took a barrel in the backyard and burned it on fire in front of the children. It was awful.
Burn,
but they,
baby, burn.
Yeah, they still remember it. But now that I'm an Aries, I understand that fire is my visual of where I need to go. So there's a lot of earth on here right now that's grounding. A lot of my women are all about money and pentacles. That's how I express money. But then on the other side, there's a lot of air, right? So Gladiator Guru was in the mountains where Spirit was talking to her from affirmations of Indians. We had talked, which is weird about your saying today, about a private note with 3 men and a personal understanding. It is the 3 wise men that followed Jesus through the desert. That's where you were. He was leading you there to find the answers inside your soul yesterday, to know that you are on the right path. I have chills, so that expresses that you've made closure and peace, but yet you're getting ready to experience another adventure. So when I walk, I don't know about you, but feathers seem to come from heaven. I had 11 people die in a year and a half, and it really set forth me being able to talk to people who have passed, which makes me not only a medium, but clairvoyant with music. And hopefully today I'm led by energy. So I'm not just going to read one person. I don't know the names on, so it's just going to go random thoughts that come in. So if it resonates to a watcher, then I'm speaking to you. If it's not something that resonates, it's not for you. It depends on how open and receptive the energy is from the people watching. But I do have different channels. I do have different readings. It's when spirit needs me to talk. I'm not a reader that just does tarot. It's if your energy is hurting or you're suffering, I am the angel that brings you from death to life. And you will meet me when you get there. And you will know by my voice that it is me who will help you enter into the gates. Wherever you feel as though that leads you, that's where I'll be. So remember my voice.
Sounds great.
So this deck was picked up online. And ironically, it says the High Priestess. So if any of you women on here are spiritually gifted, the High Priestess is where we are as leaders. It's a strong, independent energy. I have a lot of that on here today. There's a fire sign that's watching that's starting a brand new journey, right? It's the castle on the hill. It's never really realizing whether you were worth it or not. Spirit is saying not only do you have a lot of choices coming in, 7 is clarity. It's really defining and clarifying the goals in which you manifest into the universe that are really set into motion. And I have to say as a side note, since this is Guru's sexual channel as well, someone is going to get a lot of sex in this brand new beginning. The wand is a passionate fire sign, and it's going to be very emotional, right?
Me.
I'm not getting that for you yet. We've discussed that already. I did discuss with you that you will be getting some side ass, if you must say, from time to time. But you unfortunately are the teacher, so young boys like that mysterious sexual energy.
Yeah, that is true. Oh, that is
badass. You're in a different entity right now. There's a lot of uncertainty around you. You wear a lot of dark colors lately because you really stand out. But right now, you're in a grounding season where it's keeping you pulled back. Right? There's a lot of movement going on around you that you don't see. It's the tree of life grounding and rooting the foundation. So over the weekend, as I was working, I have been hiking crazy the last 2 weeks. I'm like, hey, if I got nothing else to do, Spirit is sending me out into the world. Go out and hug a tree. And I don't mean just a tree. I mean a tree that calls you to life. There are the biggest trees. And when you cut a tree, if you don't know, the lineage of that tree determines how old you really are. That means that's the tree of life. So we wear the necklace, I have it on, and we leave it in our house. But really, what does it mean? So that tree of life is there to show you that in order to be grounded, you have to have air, water, earth, and money. So you have to have the 4 balances to move forward. On top of the choices, I have a gift coming from someone's loved one that is watching. I think this is for my lovely, crazy Julie Jones. This is your mom. Recently, I got her energy coming in. She's shining from heaven, and she's saying she's very, very proud of you. You have always been the seed that shines in life, and she couldn't be more proud of you to be her daughter. She did not say it that much to you when you were growing up. You had a special bond with her. You always felt like you were missing something, but she says to go out into the water. I don't know if that's important to you, Julie, but put your hands out in meditation and receive the gifts that she would like to give you, and that she is going to surround you. I see 1 to 6 weeks or 1 to 6 months that she is going to send you a sign that you know it's her. I see maybe like a feather will drop out of nowhere. Then you know you finally made it because you have a voice that needs to be heard. And there's a lot of people who don't have that special gift like you do, Julie, that people wish they had. So you're going to train them to be delicate with themselves enough to know it's okay to be different. And you're on my journey, my soul team, and you're one of my girls. So, okay. So Mel, if you're still on here, I'm getting your energy. I have abandonment issues here coming in, and I don't mean to share personal information. If you're on here, please, no offense. It's just the energies that I'm getting. You're looking back on an opportunity that walked out of your life a long time ago. I don't know if it's a close sister, or it is feminine energy, or a business opportunity that you are passionately needing to intertwine with your new company. It is about love. It is the red robe, and it's in backwards position. Can you guys see this? Because I can't see on the screen.
Move it over a little. Okay,
here?
there we go. No,
here?
A little bit more. There
right
you go.
There.
Wait, here?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. So the horse is the dark night of the soul. The yin and the yang explains the energies that we produce into our circle of life. Dark energy is when we're overthinking, envy, jealous, deceit. It's when someone needs to step out of their ego and really understand that in this picture, it's backwards. Your energy is upside down, so you're overthinking it. So in this, because someone was left out in the cold here, I don't know on the screen if you're seeing it or not.
Yes.
Okay, there's a mother or someone leaving someone's life. So I don't know how that plays into you, but somehow, Melanie, your purpose in life is to take what happened in the past, which was uncertainty and money. When this individual walked out of your life, it transformed you into wanting to prove to them that you had everything it took to succeed. So what I need to say is, us as bad women, right? We're badasses. It's that, unfortunately, some of us hate the male element. That's called divine masculine energy. Most of us have it, and we wind up hating a man for it, like the man himself. It's the masculine energy in us trying to balance our soul. So when the dark night comes in, that's when you go through the transformation of the butterfly to really, really focus on the inner parts of yourself. So I have somebody now moving away in the night. Someone recently just either walked away from a partner that's watching. They're taking their heart with them. They're tired of wasting their cup and love energy. So we just got out of Pisces season, everyone. This is a heartbreak that someone had to endure, was not expecting this unalluded message. I'm not going to say the person's name. At this point, it's a matter of taking this rare, crazy sexual love with a private fellow that they really need to understand that their love transformed this individual's life. And us as people aren't always here to live in our purpose. We're here to change other people's lives. So this person moved on without someone they had a very spiritual meaning with. I have one more energy real quick, and then I'm going to switch some of the cards real quick so that everybody gets a chance. I don't know how many people are watching. Maybe I'm seeing like 13 or 14 people at the moment. I'm not sure because I can't see the screens. But I have somebody coming back that's done some work. I have a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius that's really coming out of the he said, she said, woulda, coulda, shoulda. I'm walking away from this man that no longer serves what I need. I was codependent upon him. I do not need him for anything that I do not already have inside of me. So if anybody knows me, knows I've been going through this awakening with Dorothy from The Wizard of Oz, right? I just saw my orb across you, badass. So this has something to do with your journey. Dorothy goes down this long winding road, and it's about, she meets up along these people, and that's where your soul journey comes in. It's, am I smart enough? Am I wise enough? Do I need a brain? You know, our whole lives people say, you're not good enough. You're not smart enough. You're too fat. You're too ugly. I say that. My mom, if you're on here, God bless you. Fuck them people. That's who I am. That's who I express myself. Never let anyone determine or set the bar for you to tell you you can't exceed your goals. It's not about what you did yesterday. It's moving into this. So I have another fire sign that's watching. And we talked about this too, Guru. So you are a, tell me again what it's called when you marry people.
A wedding officiant, an ordained minister. I'm both.
So this is for you as well. This is living in your purpose. This is actually seeing the love that you give to people is the gift that you have gotten this for. You get to stand in the forefront of this most genuine connection of two souls, but it's weird for you because when you start doing this, you're going to see spirit showing these people's insides like I get intuitively, and it's really going to set you forth for that next journey in your life. I mean, you are going to be of wise counsel. We've talked about this. You have Native American energy in you, right? You're a spiritual tribe like me. blessed me with the fact that I need to keep my energy and I wear my underwear inside out too, just like you suggested. Nobody's getting my energy today. So this is definitely someone's getting married, badass. I don't know if you're in a relationship. Be a little cautious. I see some movement here for you in April, but there was someone that got away from you. I want to say 4 years ago, could be 14 years ago, someone from your past that you visit in your mind. Maybe I should have, maybe I could have.
Who, me?
Maybe you.
Oh.
Oh, you. This one. Oh, you. This one's coming in hot for you. Hot. Yes. So I'm going to pull some abundance cards real quick for some of the watchers. If it resonates, take it. I don't see, there's no pentacles in that except for Melanie. Not to say no one's going to get money, but Melanie, that's yours, honey. In about 5 weeks to 5 months, Melanie, you're going to, if you take my advice and look back in your soul of an abandonment issue that you have from your childhood, you're going to see something. I have the chills again. Something is going to manifest beyond repair. I see the rainbow involved. I see a lot of sunlight. I know you're in Arizona, but there's an article that came up on Facebook yesterday about the most memorable spots in Arizona to hike. You need to go there alone. And that's where spirit will talk to you. Okay, I got a mature woman who's born in May. June the 6th. Anybody's birthday besides mine on the 6th? Coming in hot, ladies. New mature love. This is old love. This is reacquainted love. This is me and Guru talk about past lives a lot. This is someone who was very sophisticated. Nicole Waters, if you're still on, this is you, honey. This is so you with your job. My chills are burning. You're sitting, wear purple and blue, honey. 6 weeks. You know what I'm talking about. 6 weeks. All right, Spirit. Come on. Stop playing games with me today. I need some energy for my lady. I had to say, like, I have so many decks. I had to sage before I got here. I have someone with judicial problems, right? Somebody's going through the court system. I see the 30th of this month, you're going to get some answers in regards to money. Maybe through the divorce, you're going to get maybe like a 401k or your husband's pension. But there's some fair, unshady energy here that justice will be served. And this could be just someone seeking a divorce, right? And also I see that it could be, not to name any names, but there's somebody on here going through a really hardship with a relationship. Spirit said not to say. Sometimes I'm told not to say you love this person with all your heart, but you know it's not right and it's not working. And maybe you have lived together in the past or you share some common law with each other. It's just not working. Stop laughing, badass. I know it's you.
No, it's not. Actually, it's not. It's not. The reason I you have to go back for a second. So
I know you've already gone through this.
No, not that. I'm talking about when you said about somebody's going to go through court and you're going to get answers. And the minute you said it, I popped up into my head a friend of mine who used to be a client of mine, but we're just friends now. And I'm going, oh my God, I wonder if it's Wanda. And all of a sudden I see Wanda's name pop up onto the list of people. So Wanda, my God, if you didn't hear that, Wanda, you got to go back like 4 minutes and go back 4 minutes from now and listen to what Nicole just said.
Can you guys see this card?
A little bit over. There we go.
Right,
a little bit more. There we go.
Okay. So this is Wanda. Does Wanda wear her hair up or does she wear V-neck clothes? But it's weird because I have decks that the person will come up, ask Gladiator Guru. Pictures will show up in these cards I've never seen before. Images show up, people's faces show up. And it is so weird that I don't know you, but I get these downloads. And I posted a few months ago, like, I know things that my teachers in grade school and high school would be so proud. I probably would be a straight A student now. It's like being dropped like information every day of like, I don't get it for me for love. I don't get it for me for money, but you call me and I can tell you anything about your love life or money. But this woman is very elegant. She suffered and struggled maybe between 2 lifetimes with royalty. And I don't know if Wanda's had money, but Wanda did have money and partnerships coming in for her that could be in a business, that could be in a love relationship. Okay. So if you guys want to write some of these numbers down, I have 6, I have 30, and I have 2. Those numbers, whoever are watching are on here for a reason. Those numbers are going to come up in deep thought. So I have 33 here. That's the twin flame journey. 2 people are going to collaborate that are on this right now because I have 6 and I have 2 3s. 3s are a mirrored image, and it's a man who's deciding whether or not he is going to give you an opportunity of a lifetime. Or it could just be some hot older man's going to be a sugar daddy. It's one or the other. I I could use one. I could use a sugar daddy. I could so use a sugar daddy. All right, so I got a message of love coming in for somebody. Okay, so it could be the 7th day of April. It could be 7 weeks. It could be 7 minutes when someone hangs up this phone. Someone is either on here watching you or has a little crush on you from a distance. They've been scoping. Guru, close your blinds. So this is a phone call, and so I'm triggered by past energy. So whoever this message does come for, please, guys, reach out to me. I'm going to do a couple contests coming into the spring. Just so you know, spring equinox started on March 21st. Yes. And if you are not partnered up, and your soulmate doesn't have to be man and female, if your life purpose does not come in, you need to find them. Your soul will be yearning for them within the next 7 weeks. It's if you're going to collaborate together, if, you know, say me and Badass are going to go on a trip together and we happen to cross someone's path that's going to change the world. It's the connections that we are responsible for as light workers. And I truly believe that most of the people that are on here today, including my girls from Lead Up for Women, because I had a huge transformation in Arizona with them this year. Like, if it wasn't for my girls who leveled me up as a person, we got hypnotized, we got to ground together. And when you really get a group of people that you can trust in and being vulnerable, yes, this message is going to bring somebody into abundance. There's a heart there. There's an opening of your heart. The vault is opening up, right? It's really letting somebody in and saying, hey, I love you. I love you as a person. I love you enough to do business with you. I trust you enough to do things with you. I have 3 people, if they want to ask a question. You guys want to ask someone who's ever online and then tell me what the first question is, and then I'll pull the card for it.
Sure. Does anybody want to ask a question? Just put it in the comments.
Or they don't have to ask it. Just say, I have a question, and I'll pull the card and answer it for them in case they're not brave enough to ask. Okay. Okay. So just if you want to say, just put in the comments. You don't have to put the question, but you could just put, I have a question. And then Nicole will pull the card. I already pulled the card, so I'll go because I know you guys are on a time budget. I'm over here. I staged all my decks earlier.
All right, the energy in Nicole.
It's up. Yeah, well, I'm on, dude. I've been grounding for like 2 weeks now.
Linda McBee says she has a question.
Does she want to ask it, or does she want me to just answer it?
Do you want to? Yeah. So let's see. She probably heard that. So Linda McBee, if you want to ask it, or do you want her to just answer it? And for those of you that want a specific question asked, go ahead and put it into the comment section. If you just want a general, I have a question, just put it in there.
Yeah, and if we don't get to them today, ask away. I'll go back afterwards and reach out to everybody. Leave your email address or hit me up on Outdoor Healing on YouTube, 1111. I'm on Instagram, whatever. Okay.
And we're going to put all that in the description section too. So Linda McBee just says, just answer. And then we have like 3 other people.
Hold on. You got a woman. I got someone knocking at my door. I have no idea why. Hold on.
Maybe it's her 7 minute. Maybe it's her person, her love, right? 7 minutes.
She is. That's her energy. And she just made that painting behind her. She sent me the rough draft of it. And I love the way she finished it. You can't see it, but on the bottom, next to the thing, it says, I am.
That never happens. No one ever knocks at my door. I was hoping it was like the man of my dreams. But
yeah, that was what I was say. That was the 7 minutes that you were talking about.
I mean, he's cute. He's just not my type. All right. So do you want me to just answer the question so we can move along?
Yeah. So Linda just said to answer it.
She must have asked something about love. And what I got was wait. Okay. Her name's Linda, right? Mm-hmm. This is why it was confirmed. It says unconditionally loving, giving and receiving affection, falling in love. So it could be falling in love with yourself, Linda. It could be walking away and questioning if you made the right decision. It's never the wrong question when you love yourself, because what is yours is yours. I have the chills. You'll also have a loved one who died that wants to tell you that they love you and stop worrying. They made it through Guru. I don't know if you feel that, but I got it. And they come to me here and I twitch, but there's a loved one in your past that is divinely putting the things into motion for you, whether it be to have a baby. I'm seeing birthing of something new for you. So it's falling in love with you, giving your love to someone else, or receiving love. But somebody who has died is definitely here with us, and they want you to know that you are lovable and worthy, and they know you suffer in silence. Hey girl, reach out to me. I spent 2 years alone. It is all good. I will help you get through it. Anybody wants a reading, call me. I'm going to give a 15-minute away free one for someone today, and then I'm going to do some things later on. What's the next question?
That's fantastic. All right. So let's see. Michelle Houston also says she has a question and she didn't specify. So.
Okay. It says peaceful resolution. I'm getting like a separation, a divorce. Maybe you're leaving a partnership or a job. It says in the near future. Okay. Something's coming into fruition. Not yet. I'm seeing 2 to 3 months for you here. Not today, but it is peaceful. So please remember, everybody who's watching, if you don't shut the door behind you, because God says if you're religious, knock and the door shall let open, right? And the window of opportunity is always open. But remember, if you don't have a strong foundation that, I don't know if you've ever seen an old house, the window kind of creeps down. You got to put wood in it to keep it up. Get yourself some Dan Anderson. Somebody on here's got some old friggin' windows. Guru, that might be you. Because people are peeping on you. You got Aspire. You have somebody watching you. And that's not bad energy. They know you're very free. I'm feeling it. You've been walking around in your house free when you get home. Like you're not a care in the world. All your energy
always
is
flashing everybody. So maybe just flash a little bit out the window, Gladiator Guru, when you get back, I don't know.
Okay. For the person who just asked the question, it says, you need some more time. Take the time. This is a life cycle. Time to heal and then progress. So I have somebody in the cocoon, right? The last watcher, because I don't see the names, right? I just get the energy. So that person is struggling. It's a clock. So I see the best time of the day for you is around 9 o'clock. That could be 9 o'clock in the morning or 9 o'clock at night. And then someone who's watching, I just got a side note. There's a palm tree. I don't know if they live in Florida. They may not. And I'm this guru, I want to say to you, but it's not you. It says stability, security. I mean, you could take it as it resonates. Permanence, growth, endurance, flexibility. But this person is a runner. They're in relationships. They run away. Then they always say, like, why does this person leave me all the time? Well, it's because you're giving out the energy that you're not trusting the process. Or 2, you're not worthy of love. Or 3, it's a pattern that you've learned from your father. I don't know where that came, but there's somebody on here that goes to unhealthy men because they need to work on their relationship with their dad. So someone was thinking of a question who wasn't brave enough to ask it that just came in. I got one more question, then we'll go to another day.
Kimberly asked a question next. She asked if you can tell if you see or feel a young soul around her. Kimberly Sanchez.
Well, I have here that an improving health came up. And what that means is that her chakras are unaligned, right? So even if you have a loved one that's passed on or a child that you're currently worried about, you have to do your Reiki healing. And I also do that, right? It's your affirmations of I know, I am, I will, I feel. Because when you're not balanced, this card is a rainbow for abundance. That means victory.
Can you show it a little closer? Is it purple?
Yeah.
Oh, she got her answer. There you go, Kimberly.
Yeah, so she just, okay, so purple, is I see. So you're seeing the fruits now. You're seeing messages from this person. You're seeing that they're okay. And they're saying, Mom, let go. It's okay. I have chills. I've made it home, but I'm coming back soon through the portal. So if anyone who is watching doesn't know anything about the portal, I'm going to tell my story real quick because this is important. I'm very religious, but now I'm very spiritual. So I was told, not in a dream, but in a spiritual vision, that Jesus was used as a visual, as most of us go through either spiritual lessons or church for answers. Jesus was used as a human, and Mary was used as a portal. So Mary really wasn't pregnant. The birthing cycle is way beyond what we can understand, that Jesus had to come through the portal from spirit for us to clearly know that the unknown is okay. Spiritual guidance is okay. But we slide through that portal. So when you guys come from death to life, you come and talk to me. Like I'm the one that has that pad that says, sorry. You're going back to school again. That's why it's so important here in this life to read. Because the smarter you are here, you can answer those questions that your gut is telling you, but your heart and your mind are telling you not to trust the process. So on this journey, the portal is where we come back through. So there are children in heaven right now that are spiritual babies that want to get here, but you guys are so blocked in your energy. The spirit can't use its wishes. So like Guru sacrificed her life to heal her mother's wellness. And Mom's good. Mom's dancing. Like Mom is good. Like, tell her she's a pain in my ass is what she just said to me. But I love you. I didn't show it enough But I knew you were strong enough to handle your sisters when I left, because it's like you guys remind me of the wicked stepsisters in Cinderella, like constant fighting, like why you and why not me, and why do you have those shoes and not me? So mom's good. Don't worry. It's a 3-day ascension period. She's got to come back for some things that she didn't clear. Okay. We all do for some reason. We repeat cycles in life that we come back to fulfill. And solitude. Someone who's watching is secretly suffering in silence. And this person, if you are struggling with a narcissist, that's why I'm here this morning. If you are in a relationship that is unhealthy and you are determined by being influenced by a man and how he feels about you, move the fuck on.
Amen. Amen. We preach that every single day. Hopefully every single show we
say it, badass Buddha. Say it out loud.
Yeah.
Look, if someone's gonna break, like my girlfriend Carla, it's a joke. My mom can't stand, not that she can't stand her, but Carla taught me a lot of lessons about how to parent, right? Because our parents are young, so we don't know how to raise our kids. We fly by the seat of our pants. My daughter's like, really? You lied about everything in my life. I'm like, what do you mean? She's like, there's no Easter bunny. There's no Santa Claus. There's no, I'm like, really? That's what you got out of my parenting skills. But anyway, Carla used to say some shit, right? But she was a narcissist and she helped me get over a narcissist. So if you're struggling with theft, go to someone who's a stealer. If you're suffering with lying, go to someone who lies well. If you're going through a divorce, go to someone who's been through a divorce. I have been the strong badass bitch that I am from the men that I have tolerated for contentment, if anyone is watching, that I didn't, for some fucked up reason, didn't believe I was worthy, like a lot of other viewers.
Right there.
If your girls make you happy, hang out with your girls. Sometimes I'm on dates and I'm like, why the fuck did I even put makeup on? Why did I even shave my hair today on my legs or my private areas? For what? The love of my life? He had to have been hit by a bus. I mean, he had to have been, because he's not here. And so go into solitude. Ladies,
I think mine was walking with yours.
Well,
they both were hit.
So go into solitude. If your gut is telling you something is off, your middle chakra is the root. Your heart is not up here, everyone. It is in the middle. And I have days where it says, just don't even do it. Don't do it, because you know you're going to fuck it all up again. And you know what? That's the days I go out and I fuck it all up. So let mystery. Someone's writing a book. I don't say it about business. Maybe mystery, sexual tendencies. This isn't you, Guru. This is somebody else on here. Doesn't know what kind of book to write. This is someone who needs to be more aggressive with their sexuality. And I did pull the sexual tarot cards for Guru, just in case you guys wanted me to pull some nasty cards. But we can do that at another time.
Well, we have two questions.
Go ahead.
Okay. So Lillian Maldonado said, when will my business reach that pinnacle I desire, 6-figure income?
Well, that comes from within first. The intuition I have says that she has self-doubt, right? Go to the altar. There's a girl that I've gone to. Mel, can you drop it in the thing right there that I'm going to write my book with? I forget her name. She's a blonde. Melanie does her work too. She's very powerful. She's a soul sister as well. Bring your affirmations to the altar, ladies. There's an altar everywhere we go to meditate.
You're talking about the book person? Are you talking about Kira? Kira Poulsen. Yeah, Kira's actually going to be on our show.
Love her.
When is she going to be on our show? But go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
So anyway, what happens is that when you bring it to the altar, that means it's already been in fruition. So I did tap into the Ashtic records, which I've decided that Spirit didn't want me to go that deep because I've acquired some history about myself in my past lives. I do a private readings for people if you would really like to know that one reason you're here in this life, and I can help you with that. We just have to tread on light waters right now. So there is a book that's being manifested. I have one. Guru one has one. Badass, yours is a dual book with Gladiator Guru about the yin and yang, the polar opposites of one another. That's why you guys are in business together. There's someone else too. And I know you're talking about Julie. Julie, I know you got your hand up over there. You got all kinds of shit working on your own. I can't see anybody's answers, so I'm going blind here. Reconsider the way in which you're structuring your business for the question that was just asked. And give it about 6 weeks to 6 months and you'll see a difference. It's your perception of how you see it. It's incorrectly coming across. So maybe it's your watchers, your followers, the people who work for you kind of aren't getting your vision. So tweak it up a little bit.
Okay, great.
Oh,
But she's going to get
that sounds
communication.
positive.
Yeah, she's going to get some communication.
Nicole Walters also has a question. She says, I have a question. Do I focus my energy on East Coast or West Coast for finding work?
Okay, so I'm going to answer that in a minute, but it's funny because I know Nicole, but the card that flipped over before she asked her question, Nicole, if this helps you any, protection, shelter, home place, where the heart is. So I'm going to say Texas for you, honey, because look what came out. Can you see that card?
Tent.
She knows what I'm talking about. Nicole, this is for you. Stay grounded where you're at, honey. Stay on right in the middle and don't go left or right until you need my help. And then you can come towards the East Coast. Right now, the rain is coming. So every affirmation that you've asked Spirit or God for, these are all the hurt nights that you laid in bed wondering if you were going to put food on your table from your struggle. It's coming in, honey. God knows you're a special individual. Besides the fact that you're my friend and you're in Nicole, that makes it, you have a spiritual helper helping you along, but something with the outdoors as well as me. And I think I need you for a project I'm working on. So I will keep you posted on that by the end of the day. And you need a new map, a new compass. So this definitely answered. Follow your hunch, Nicole. Follow your data and be aware of your situation when you're manifesting it in your mind. So don't think about the North, East, and West. Think about the project and the timeline, and then it'll manifest itself. And I've never gotten this card ever in this deck. And it's a beautiful deck.
She said, love you, by the way.
I love her too. Yeah. So if it wasn't for one of my soulmates, which was a boss of mine, and he didn't level me up from my narcissist who got me into being spiritual, he said I couldn't amount to anything in my life, that he was so much better than me as a liar and a cheater. Coming to this day, I still have that proof coming out. But he said I wouldn't amount to anything as I sat in a room in Mississippi where people that you could never imagine sitting with, IBM, Microsoft, the leaders of all the leaders in the world. And I was like, fuck you, dude. Look at me now. Here I am. And so I would say to myself spiritually, like, wow, this shit is really happening. People call me to like hire me and they're like, I think you're way overqualified for the position. And I'm like, okay, but are we talking money? Because if you're talking money, I'll do anything for money. But no, when you're led to be leveled up, you just are at the right place. Use your purpose. If you lost someone, a loved one, if someone used to beat you, God forbid, I'm sorry, I'm opening up a wellness center for mentally abused women. I'm going to use all of you at my opportunity. It's in the woods, and it's to spiritually ground yourself with your life purpose. I would like everyone to at least, share your message with somebody today. The life purpose is why we're here. And if you at least don't say it, you don't wish it into existence, and then you won't make it. You'll be back here again in the next life.
Yeah, so let's take a moment and talk about what you just said, because the title of today, which doesn't even matter anymore, I suppose. The title of today was "What if women ruled the world?" And it's true. We've given up our power for so long, and we've bought into the bullshit that we need a male energy to do what we need to do. Now, I'm a big fan of both. I mean, I think both are necessary. However, I think that we've bought into the fact that we can't do things by ourselves, that we cannot run businesses by ourselves. We can't, like, how unheard of it is to have a business where it's all women in your company. You own a company and from the top down is all women. We've yet to see something like that, yet we've grown so accustomed to seeing businesses for many years where it's all men, and it never batted an eye, and little by little we're shifting. But it's true. It's like, what if we did rule the world? What changes would we have seen? What would we have seen? Less wars? And again, it's more of a rhetorical question, but that's the point of today's conversation, is to get everybody to understand the feminine power, and to know that, if you don't like where your life is, you are in charge of you. You need to make the changes for you, not for anybody else. And if you have people that depend on you, yes, you'll be making changes with them in mind, but it's still up to you. And with the hope is that this conversation today gets you to realize that there is that possibility. And with Nicole, especially if you work with Nicole, you could get the answers that you are seeking. I think that's the hardest part, right? That's what stumps us. And I know for me, I could say this for me, when we question what we're doing, when we're questioning the direction that we're going, and it's especially when it's uncharted territory that we hold back. That's why speaking to someone in your caliber, Nicole, is important, because we sometimes need to hear those, just that information that, yeah, you're going in the right direction, or no, you're not. But if you do it this way, then it will be the right direction. And because we still, I think in our heart, we always want to move forward. We always want to be better than we were yesterday. We always want more, and not in a greedy sort of way, just in a fulfilled sort of way. But what we do is we listen to the voices around us. We look at our situation and where we are in that moment, and we say, well, I can't because, or this is impossible because. And especially when it's a male energy, that we use the excuse for that, oh, well, he said, or he won't like that, or, my dad raised me this way, or blah, blah, blah. So that Gladiator Guru and I always want on the show to make sure that we love when the men come on here. Because they are brave souls coming on here because they want to learn too. But our goal is to, our intention is to just set forth that female power and own it. And okay, if you're not where you need to be right now, just make the change so you can be where you need to be. But don't blame nobody else, don't lose excuses. You take charge of you and unleash that unbelievable female energy.
Absolutely.
Got here. Can I say something real quick? I have an energy that came in real quick. I say do it anyway. Even when you're scared, do it anyway. Even if you fail, right? I sit here alone in silence for like a year and a half now, just trying to find my purpose. But I have visions, so it's a little different. So if any of you really, really are struggling with why you're a divine feminine or a divine masculine energy, right? They're energies, manly energies, female energies, feminine side, deep side. Call me, because the Ashtric records will help me visualize the lives that you've led before this one that lead you where you go. I'm an archer, right? Me and Guru have been intuitively getting this. I knew I was the archer man. I knew I met the men in my life for archery, hunting. My dad was an Eagle Scout. I camped on the ground. Men are always surrounding me, but I am blessed for Lead Up for Women because I am no longer a threat to women. I sit amongst some of the smartest, most intelligent women that bring a balance to me as a person, because I have so much masculine energy. So I embrace the feminine energy I get. But here, Guardian Michael is coming in. I'm going to explain this real quick. When you said men, I invited a boatload of men. Past, present, future. One, they don't know I'm intuitive. So when you thought you were going to fuck me over, it didn't work out because I already knew you were a cheater. God bless the guys that I see from this point on, because it's very hard to date someone. It's not like I know all the answers, but energy changes, but I feel it, right? Yes. Guru knows we talk about this. So I met a gentleman. I don't know if he's on here today because I can't see the name. His name is German.
Yes,
he was on. Yeah.
Okay. I was on a hike on Thursday. I was lost. God, give me some answers today. I went to Hawk Mountain because my narcissist told me I couldn't do it. He showed me a lot of these different trails, and I was really searching for answers. So unfortunately, our song came on as I'm entering the mountain, 1,000 Years by Christina Perri. I'm like, is this a sick joke, God? Like, really? Today? So I was struggling. I'm like, am I ever going to meet any nice people? Am I going to meet people who like to hike? Am I going to meet a hot guy? And there, out of the blue, as I'm sitting there meditating, German showed up on my path. He is of soul. Like, Guru, you would have an amazing time talking to him. Like, he just opened up about crystals. He knew nothing about me. I handed him my business card. He walked me through the trail that I was uncertain with, that I had been on in a long time. It was like God sent a guide to me as a friend on that journey that day. And sometimes we excuse strangers who show up. Sometimes it's God. Easter a few years ago, my ex-husband almost died. I used to wipe his ass. Most miserable bastard I'll ever meet now, even though he's the father of my kids. I'm sitting there in church, and this boy just kind of shows up from his past, and he eats dinner with us. And I'm telling you, by the gift of spirit or God, there was someone in my house that day. Someone who was invited in, because it says when God knocks, he needs to come in. Don't ever turn him away, because you don't know who you're talking to. It takes 1 minute to say you're sorry, hello, goodbye. That's just human nature. So if you're being tugged at to move forward, let it go. If you're tugged to go on a vacation, go. But Guardian Michael is saying today on this podcast, the woman of the world need to have more self-esteem, right? Badasses need to be loved. So when you pray your daily affirmation, say Guardian Michael, because mine's Uriel right now. It's the knowing of the unknown. So you come to me for answers. She's green. She's an archer. I rule the land. So if you've ever been in your past life and you need to fight the battle of the earth, in Revelations at the end, I'll be there fighting for you. So if you're on my team, I got you. So these are the things that I can help you with when you're in that moment of anguish or you don't know where you're headed. So go ahead, Guru. I'm sorry, but Spirit needed me to share that there's people out there on your path that are going to get you where you need to go.
No, that was wonderful, and I'm happy. I would love to meet Herman Arroyo.
Oh my God, and crystals wants to go to, he's like, I want to go to a crystal, not to express your personal business out there, but he's like, let's go to a crystal store. And he told me a story and I'm sitting there like, I could read his energy. I saw his light. He has no idea. I'm sure he knows a little bit. He knows I read cards, but what a brand new, wonderful friend that God sent when maybe you're self-doubting about if you're pretty or if you're beautiful, or if you just need someone to level you up. Because the most of the men that have been in my path in the last few years, if they treat you better, your friends, you do not need to date. Stay the fuck away from the enemy. That's all I got to say. Love
You're
yourself.
right.
I know that one. Yes.
I felt that. Okay, go ahead. Next question.
Women, our world is our world. It's our world. And if we learn how to connect with our world, with the self-esteem, with what you were just talking about, what the badass was saying, then guess what? We've conquered it. We've conquered our world, and then we can go out into the next and help uplift all the other ones that need assistance. And the badass Buddha was sharing about, if repeat what you said, something about the negativity and not supporting you. Absolutely, with the self-esteem too, it comes back in. I'm sorry, I have had no coffee, so I'm like straggling.
You're okay.
Baka?
It all goes,
wordsmith.
It all goes with the quote that I've said in the past here. Never share your goals with people with no vision, because they'll try to cut you at the knees. So I think women ruling your world, rule your world before you try to interject in anyone else's. And then that's how we pave the road for a better world for women, with better services, better opportunities, just more injecting happiness and joy, because there's peace, there's calm, and there's teamwork. And I think that is what we need to start doing more of.
What's the animation? I'm not really into Disney anymore. The one that says The Circle of Life. Isn't it about Native Americans?
Yeah, The Circle of Life is Simba.
It's Lion King.
What just intuitively came to me is that if you remember when the first person who walked the world, and I'm not talking about like Adam and Eve, I'm talking about like when the Pilgrims and the Indians were here. When an Indian was born, the first person, they did the sack roll in the spiritual element, but it takes more than one people. Do you see the creations that they made? The monuments, the stones that were moved, they moved everything by water, earth, air, and fire. We lose those elements because we become accustomed to our surroundings. So it was one time they would sit around that circle. Sit around the circle with your girls. Meditate about it. You don't always have to do it alone, but you got to make the effort. Your religious factors stop you from what you want to believe. So if you want to be spiritual today, be spiritual. Tomorrow, if you want to be religious, be religious. But whatever it is, whoever is watching, it is so worth it on the other side. Because if you do your life purpose here, you are well rewarded in the next life. You don't always see the reward in this one.
I hope I see mine here. I really need to see mine here today.
Well, you don't, because think about it. When you plant a seed,
I have it. I have the reward. I have to say. I mean, it depends on the measurement. That's the other thing too. If you look at it according to what you're measuring, what is it? Wealth? Is it health? Is it this? I am grateful because I have so many wins. And I might say, well, I'm not quite here and this is where I want to be. It's up to me to get there, but I have to celebrate the wins that I have. I mean, I was thinking about this morning because I'm doing a little discovery workshop tonight at 8 o'clock. And I'm talking. What are you talking? What did I miss?
You can see your friend in bed.
What happened?
As she's whispering, I'm gonna kill you.
Oh, who said that? Was it Lillian?
Lillian, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You can see her. You can see her in the background. Badass. Just to let you know, for your future element, you are in your element. In this life, you're supposed to be a doctor, but the circle of people that you're influencing are not intimidated by you. One, that's a good element. There's a safety factor with you. You're very endearing. So women are apt. They talk to you for no reason, right? That's a gift. For Guru, her elements are balancing finally. I met her just to share with everybody in New York. And I always tell this story because I am crazy if anyone knows me. I talk about all kinds of shit, sexual shit, regular shit. But sometimes people say it's the timing and what the company of the people are. You're supposed to alter who you are. So we're sitting in this like very professional lead up for women conference. I'm doodling in my pad about my life journey, my new foundation. And they ask a question. I don't even know what came up. And she's like, the power of the pussy. I'm like, what the fuck did that come from? I was like, what? Who is she? I gotta know that girl. Like her presence was so intimidating to all of those women. No disrespect to the way people dress. Like this is just an analogy. Pencil neck skirt. I have a broken heel at this thing. My dress ripped. My cab ride was $100. I was 15 minutes late. Spirit was stopping me from getting where I needed to go. Go anyway, ladies, because you're going to be stopped on the journey. But Gladiator was just like talking about her vaginal area. She was talking about her sexuality. I was like, who is this girl? I got to know her. So the energy is different for the both. I wish I could see the people who are on here with us because I really need to see energy and feel it. And I don't. Like I heard some of the names, but I don't know everybody. I'll go back and maybe jot a little message to your viewers afterwards about their energy. But I need energy.
Absolutely. That's absolutely. You were wonderful. I think I hope that people do reach out to you for especially that if someone can reach out for that little 15-minute thing. But I think they pretty much saw and hear that you're good at what you do.
It's weird though, because you don't know. I need to know. So I was out at happy hour the other night and a friend asked me to go when before we had to go to a work event and we weren't like drinking or anything. She just wanted to make an introduction and not to share his personal business. All of a sudden I saw this blonde show up and she wouldn't go away. And I've never met this man. And the person who introduced us walked away from the table. And all of a sudden I shared every energy I had about him. And at the end he goes, how did you know? I'm like, how did I know what? He goes, how did you know she passed away? I'm like, I don't know. I just know. And she loved him her whole life and he chose somebody else. And now she not haunts him, but she can't leave him. So when we're walking amongst the living, there's people walking with us that carry good and bad energy. So be careful to clear that energy out because he loved her. Not that he didn't love her enough, but remember, our kids are born for spiritual reasons too. I was driving in the car. My daughter was 4 on the way out to eat with my husband. And she was like, you're not my parents. My parents died in a fire. I'm like, and I was like, what the hell? Kids tell you the truth because kids can see angels. Kids can see the dead. I have little kids at the nail salon laugh at me all the time. I'm like, you see my angels too, don't you? You see my little dinosaur that follows me around because I have playful energy. So trust if something falls off your shelf. Trust if the bell chimes when it's not supposed to. Be visual about the numbers that you see. Be visual about the colors you wear. Be visual. Like yesterday, Colleen talked about with one of her viewers, Colleen Quinn from Lead Up for Women, eat the colors in your refrigerator of the rainbow. And then you know you're balanced with your energy, right? You have red for strawberries, green for lettuce, whatever, blue for blueberry, whatever. But be balanced. So if you need balance, call me. If you want to be a badass like me and you want to go out in the woods and get lost in a tent, I'm your girl too. So I'm like a travel guide into this life.
That would be great.
Yeah, can I pull a couple more general cards for everybody?
We have what time is it? Actually, we have to wind up because Buddha's got to school her kid.
She's gonna have vodka.
Go ahead.
Anyway, I'm just going to leave you one card.
Yeah.
The card for the week is the work on judgment. Do not judge someone else. Judge yourself. It's purple. So it's the purple chakra for your girlfriend about the question with her child, right? It's seeing things with your third eye chakra, like my guru has open all the time, right? Be receptive to seeing things you can't see. Knowing the unknown is going to lead you. So lead with your head instead of your heart. Don't be so judgmental. It says, I understand that everyone has their own unique path and their own unique challenges. And it's okay to fail, because without failure, we wouldn't grow.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Sorry, I talk a lot. Just to tell you real quick, the awakening led me to this, ladies. If you can see it. Hold on. My narcissist led me to an awakening. This is my sunflower from my garden.
Mine did too.
So if you have an awakening, use it.
We will take Nicole. Thank you. Are you okay? You need some water?
No, I need some love.
Herman, right? That's
no, don't talk about it.
Not that connection. All right, sorry.
He's a friend.
Thank you. But you know what? Thank you. Iris said that's true. My grandson sees my grandmother and it does not make him afraid. Yeah.
No.
Well, thank you for taking your morning to spend with us today. It was wonderful.
And we'll definitely have her back again. My gosh, she's very popular, and this would be great. Absolutely great.
Yes, I
hope you get a lot more people on. I need to say something real quick, because this is really important about everyone's journey. It's not about our journey. So everyone who's on here today, take a time and look at the views that you learned from your mother. Look what happened with your grandmother. It's the ancestral trait that goes through the woman lineage. It's the portal of the vaginal area that leads us to success. If you struggle with the relationship from your mother, fix it, even if you don't talk like you, guru. You make the best of the circumstance and you make peace with it, because you are not changing your dictation to your life here. You're changing the battles for your daughters, for your grandmothers, for your great grandmothers, because they messed up because they didn't have a manual. Each generation carries that lineage into the future. I did the work for everybody. It put a strain on my relationship with my mother, but I wouldn't trade her for the world. So if she had a chance to watch, I love her with everything I have, even though we argue and fight because we are so alike. But I had to do the things that she wasn't brave enough to do.
Yes.
And for my grandmother, and my daughter says, Ma, I don't believe you. You're like some hippie. She's called me 3 times in the last 2 months. And she's like, maybe this hippie, you know what you're talking about. I can only share what the spirit wants me to tell you. And if he doesn't, I have to keep that back, because it's free will. So work on your ancestral trait. If you need a reading, let me know. But work on your relationships with your mothers, your grandmothers. And if they're not with you, they will stay with you as an angel, and they will guide you with messages. Just be open and receptive. That's all spirit wanted me to share, because I talk a lot. So, I mean,
what a great way. What a great way. And what a great way to end the show. And listen, we have such great feedback. We are definitely going to put Nicole's information. So if you want to do a reading with her, we will have her back on the show. And thank you so much again, Nicole. This was absolutely fantastic.
My honor.
And Gladiator Guru, thank you for getting up at 5 a.m., which she will also be doing on Thursday. So
yes,
this is fabulous. So anyway, everybody have such an absolutely fabulous day. We've got to go. So any last thing, Gladiator, or you're ready to do our thing?
You just come into your own, rule your world so that you can shine light on all of those around you.
That's right. That's right.
Shine like a diamond. I say you got to be in the right light. You have to be in the right light to shine. So stay in the circle of people that are in your light. Don't let them dim your light either.
That's true. All right.
Mm-hmm.
All right, everybody. So from the Badass Buddha, remember, be you, be real, and be extraordinary.
And from your Gladiator Guru, breathe in the beauty and breathe out the bullshit. Namaste.
Namaste, everyone. Take care.
Love you guys. Thank you.